Hello, good evening, and I'm Anne-Marie Winterburn from Spot On Driving School and Spot On Coaching. I'm also a driving instructor trainer, and I'm here tonight at this live to help driving instructors to get rid of some of the anxiety they feel about taking their Part 3 tests or their standard check tests. So I'm going to share with you some techniques for getting rid of anxiety and for feeling more confident about taking your test, because the more confident you feel, the better your results are going to be. So if you want to know more about feeling more confident, about eliminating some anxiety, then get in touch with me, Anne-Marie, on info@spot-on-driving.co.uk, and we can have a chat about some of the NLP techniques that I can use to help you get rid of some anxiety and to feel more confident. But tonight in this live, I'm going to share with you some of the techniques that I use, some simple techniques that I use to help myself feel more confident, and I share these techniques with others as well, and it really helps, to really do work. So first thing to do to enable you to feel more confident is to prepare really, really well. Start off by having a look at the marking sheet that the examiner is going to use, and you'll see on the marking sheet there are 17 competencies. The competencies are in lesson planning. So you're thinking to yourself, with this lesson plan, is it appropriate for the pupil that you're using? And then risk management. So overall, was it safe? Is it safe? Is this lesson safe? And then the final competency is teaching and learning strategies. So did what you planned, did it work? Did it actually work? So there are 17 competencies. Have a read through them. Get to know what the examiner is going to be marking you on. You will score 0, 1, 2 or 3 for each of those competencies. So you'll get a 3 if you demonstrate that competency the whole way through the test. You get a 2 if you demonstrated it some of the time, and 1 if it's a little bit of the time, and a 0 if you didn't demonstrate it at all. So a really good idea to get to know what all of those competencies are by looking at the sheet. And then you want to go online and Google the ADI1 document, which is this document here. Okay, so it's the guidance for driving examiners carrying out their instructor tests, the ADI1. And in there you'll find a description for each of the competencies, exactly what the examiner is looking for. If you know what they're looking for, then it's going to be much easier to plan your lesson with your pupil and demonstrate all of those competencies to a good level. So that's tip number 1 for getting prepared. Tip number 2 for getting prepared is get some extra training. So if you are an ADI and you've got your standards check coming up, then go and see a trainer, have a session with a trainer, let them watch you teaching and get some tips, make notes, and see what you can do to improve, and so you can get that pass, but hopefully an A grade on your standards check. If you don't want to see a trainer, you could record a lesson. Now at Spot On, the PDIs, they will record their lesson using the Spot On GoPro, and they will get feedback. The PDI will get written feedback of the whole 1 hour session that they record. If you're interested in doing that, then again, get in touch with me, Anne-Marie, on info@spot-on-driving.co.uk. So if you want some training, or if you want to send a video of a lesson that you have done with a pupil. So the first thing to do is get prepared. Be familiar with the marking sheet and the ADI1 document, and get some training or send a video to be analysed by a trainer. So secondly, how can you keep yourself calm and get rid of those any anxiety that you're left with. Sorry, stumbling my words there. First of all, breathing techniques. Now, when you are anxious, you breathe from the chest here, you breathe shallower and you breathe quicker. And that kind of breathing, it makes you feel even more anxious. So the calm breathing we do when we're going to sleep or when we're relaxing comes more from our tummies. So what I'm going to recommend and what I do is breathe in through your nose deeply for the count of 4, and then hold for the count of 4, and then slowly blow out through your mouth for longer than the count of 4. I would recommend to the count of 6 or even 8. So breathe in for 4, hold for 4, and blow out for 6 or 8. Repeat that 4, 5, 6 times, and you will start to feel much more relaxed, much more calm. Those anxious feeling will just flow away from you. I recommend though that you don't try that for the first time just before your test. You need to practice it. Make sure it works for you. Make sure you're doing it correctly. So practice it at home when you're starting to feel anxious, or when you're in bed and you want to feel really calm and really relaxed. Practice that breathing in for 4, hold for 4, and out for 6 or 8. And the second tip that I'm going to give you is a brain hack for you to create your own reality. So if you tell yourself it's too hard, you can't do it, you won't pass, you're too tired, you've got no time to prepare, then that is your reality. Change that. Tell yourself, this is simple, this is easy, this is fun. I have those words printed and put on the back of my computer whenever I'm feeling any kind of anxiety. I read it. So put those words on top of your lesson notes for your standards check or your part 3 test. Put those words on your mirror at home. Print those words up and put them on your dashboard of your car. And say those words to yourself over and over again. This is simple, this is easy, this is fun. And it will start to become much more simple, much easier and much more fun. You're creating your own reality, because remember, if you think you can, you probably will. So I've shared with you 2 ways to really prepare well for your standards check or your part 3 test. I'm preparing by reading the competencies and reading the ADI 1, and by getting some extra training will help you to feel more confident straight away. Then any anxiety that you're still feeling, you can get rid of by the breathing technique, in for 4, hold for 4 and out for 6 or 8. And the brain hack, tell yourself this is simple, this is easy, and this is fun, and it will be. So tomorrow I'm going to come back with another fantastic technique for helping you to feel more confident, and it's called the circle of confidence. How we can step into a circle of confidence and suddenly feel much more confident about ourselves. So that will be tomorrow's live. If you want any more information about getting rid of any anxieties, then get in touch with me on info@spot-on-driving.co.uk. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a fantastic evening. See you soon.